Happy hump day, everybody. How are all of you guys? Can you guys even hear me? How are all of you guys? I hope you guys are good. Let me move the mouse out of the way. Hello, hello. Who do we have? We have Nikki and Pen and Susan. Hello to you. Sorry, I'm looking at my live on my computer, and I have a commercial or an ad, as they say. Hello, everyone. You can hear me loud and clear. I love that for us. Hello, hello. You guys are a little far away. I'm not even at my desk. I'm like over here. So I'm going to do the best I can with seeing all the things. Let's see. Riva, hello to you, and hello to all the mods and all the members and all the viewers, even the people in the bushes. Hello to all of you guys. Hello, Robin. Welcome in. And Tracy and Jill. Hello, Dawn. Welcome in. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. Let's see. Who else? Hello, Michelle and Karen. Hello, Penny and Patsy. And Linda and Dorothy, hello, hello. Hello, Velma, welcome in. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a moment for you guys to come on in, grab a snack, something to sip on. I'm on a mission, guys. I need to make cakes for this blanket I'm making. And I thought to myself, well, okay, well, usually I record content and post it for Wednesdays. And I go live on Thursday, but we're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to change it up. And so this is how it's going to go. So midweek live today, we're doing coffee and cake with Juan. Tomorrow, I'm going to go live, but it's only going to be for the make along. So I'm going to have the camera over the table tomorrow because I really want to make sure that everyone understands how to put sleeves onto their cardigan. So I can't really show like this how to make the sleeves. So we're going to put the camera over the table. I'm going to do all the things. So you're probably not even going to see my face tomorrow on that live. It's going to be like Crochet with JTYA, except full screen and not landscape, or, not landscape. It's going to be portrait mode. So this time around, we're just going to have our midweek live. And then tomorrow, it's literally a tutorial for the Mal. So, yeah. If you guys are interested in that, come on over. I'm about to sneeze. There's just tons of fibers in the air. Okay. I was playing in yarn, and so I have fibers in the air. Okay, so I dug through my bins. I found some more variegated yarn that I want to play with. And so this is what I found so far, I think. And if you're wondering why I'm doing these cakes, let me show you what these cakes make. Look at this. Making a cake just out of variegated yarn, and you do something like this. Look at how beautiful that is. It's gorgeous. I love it. And so I need more cakes like this, please. So I thought, okay, well, I pulled variegated yarn from Stash, and I'm going to go ahead and make more cakes so that I can continue to allow this to grow. So, love this. And this is what the cake looks like. Now, I put solids in here, and I'm actually removing the solid as I go. So, yeah. It's just a bunch of colors. I love that. Okay, so did I miss anybody? Huge hello to each and every one of you guys. I thank you so much for coming in. Let's see. You can't decide if you want to use Double Dutch or Cat's Cradle with the pink worsted for my cozy sweater. Just got the worsted pink today. Super, super nice. Love that. Cat's Cradle is a beautiful color. You're going to make a scrap gown, but I'm not sewing in ends. Yes, we call it micro fringe, Shannon. Micro fringe. We love it. Not everyone loves it. Some people, they look at it and they say, well, you need to sew in those ends. I say, it's the new fringe. Micro fringe is the new vintage fringe, you know, and you guys can't see this, it's backwards, but I have my vintage shirt on because we're working with vintage yarn today, you know? So, again, thank you guys all for coming in. Again, I don't normally go live on Wednesdays. Well, I haven't in a while. I used to do my midweek lives on Wednesdays, and we will be returning to normal Wednesday lives after the mal is over. But while the mal is going on, we're going to do the mal on Thursdays. And if time permits, I'll do a live on Wednesday. So that's kind of why we're here. And besides, guys, I love going live. Like, I don't know. It's something about the energy in the room when we're just here together like this. Oh my goodness. We need more of this. Okay. We need more of this, you know? So anyway, I have my coffee. Dunkin' Donuts, hazelnut coffee, caramel macchiato creamer, all the things right over there. Fresh pot of coffee. Hopefully you guys have something fresh to drink. Or if it's not fresh, at least refresh it. Refresh the beverage. Hello, Tank. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I'm holding this microphone like it's a snack that I'm still waiting to eat. Oh. Okay. The fibers are really... Okay, let's get started here. So, if you've seen me do this once, you've seen me do this 100 times. I am making vintage variegated scrap cakes for this blanket that I'm making. I'll pepper it in back and forth because we will get people popping in mid-live because I came in unannounced. So, just to let everyone know. Otherwise, we're going to get all the questions. Like, what are you making? What are you doing? And I don't mind answering it. It's just, you know. I think this skein here needs some TLC. I'm not sure what is going on with this, but the yarn is actually stuck in the middle. Look. It's in the middle. I'm pulling it, and it is stuck. I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't know. I may have to keep this one out. We'll see. Let me see. Oh yeah, well this is just a hot mess. Oh boy. Yeah. We're going to 86 this one. For now, I may have to play with that. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't have patience. All right, moving on. We're going to move on to this one. So this here is an old one. I don't know about vintage. Let me move this over here. I don't know about vintage, guys, but this is Craft Smart Value Multi-Yarn. And the colorway is called Canyon. Do you guys remember this? Canyon. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. I think it had yarn triplets, Dawn. I mean, it's not moving. I'm just going to leave it there. All right. So if I put this right here, can you guys hear me? Is that okay right there? If it's not, I'll put it on my shirt. Yeah. I'll watch. Just let me know. What happened here? Oh. Okay. Hold on. Is that better? Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully, I mean, that's as good as it's going to get. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this one. The only reason why I don't put it right here is because it picks up on my swallowing. And I don't like to hear that when I watch myself back. I don't know about you guys, but like those little things, it gives me the ick. Listening to myself swallow, and when I drink my coffee, you can hear it. It's not very pleasing to the ears, you know? Every skein that I'm pulling it's having children. Barf, children, babies, triplets, all the things. Anyway, as long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters, right? So good. DiFacino, thank you so much for becoming an official. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the club. Rather hear you swallow than slurp or chew. I don't like to hear any of that. I'm just so weird. Like when I was growing up, my aunt and my grandmother were very, very strict about that. You do not chew with your mouth open, and when you eat your soup, you're not supposed to slurp. You're supposed to pour in very slowly. And when you swallow large gulps, make sure that you're not around other people because, manners. Yes. We're very, my family is very strict with that. So, anyway, super happy to have you guys here. Welcome in. My goodness gracious. You think I would have drank, yeah, I can't even talk right. I have so much energy. Not much coffee today. That's like my second cup all day, which I think is great. It's good for you, for me, and for us. So just like that, I'm already changing colors. I should have prepped these skeins beforehand, but oh well. It is what it is, right? Anyway, I'm so glad that you guys, are taking a little bit of time out of your day to come and visit and hang out with me while I do these cakes. I have cakes in the squirrel's nest, but I don't have any exclusively variegated yarn cakes. You know what I mean? Just 2 cups today, Crystal. I know. It's not like me. But yeah, lots of liquids like water, orange juice, but not much in the way of coffee. I don't know. Okay, so next I have camo. Camo is on here, and I'm going to try and like flip-flop it between light and dark if I can help it. You know what I mean? You've had a stressful day, woke up with a headache. Oh my goodness gracious. And your new book, okay. Need some positivity? Yes. Positivity all day, every day, all the things. Full disclosure, I did not start my 2-bit granny yet. I need to, but I can't decide if I want to double dip it or not. Because we have that one challenge that is fire, the element challenge. And then the other one that's the seasonal challenge. So I don't know if I want my 2-bit granny to be like all fire colors or all fall colors. So I can't triple dip, right? That would be too much to have fall and fire, like a fire fall. A fire fall. A 2-bit granny with all the colors, right? All the like fall colors and fire colors. No, that's too much. That's too much, right? Everybody would be like, Juan, you tried a little too hard on that one. And I would have to agree. And yes, I did try a little too hard, but that's okay. I love that for me. All right, so where's the center of this? Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Firefall, right, Crystal? It's so fun. It's different. It's not what you would normally expect. It's off the beaten path. It's fine. You know what I mean? Anyway, hello, Dawn Aaron. Welcome in. Happy hump day to you. I hope all the things are wonderful. I'm so glad to see you. We're making vintage variegated scrap cakes because, I don't know. Well, no, yes, I do know. I'm making this blanket and it's all vintage variegated yarn, but I'm doing like, let me show you. It's this right here. So I am using all vintage, actually not vintage. Not all of it is vintage, but yeah, all the colors. Some of our viewers are calling it like a Jackson Pollock painting when you look at it from afar. I'm like, okay, well, if you love it, I love it, you know? So I need more cakes like that so that I can grow it. Because I don't think I'm going to send it to Boggy Creek. I think that's going to be for the house, you know? Hello, Samantha Stewart. Welcome in. Hello, hello. And anybody that I missed, A huge, huge hello to each and every one of you guys, okay? Thank you guys so much for coming in here. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm literally just making vintage variegated scrap cakes, shooting the breeze with everybody who comes in. You know what I mean? Just having a good old time, doing all the things that we love to do with yarn, of course, right? My eyes. When it comes to things like this, I go like this. That's how you know I'm getting up there. I'm like, okay, where is the thing I'm supposed to be looking for here? I can't find it. It's got to be in there somewhere, right? Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess out of this cake. I think I already have, though. Yeah. I should have prepped that before I came on. That's okay. I'll just move on to the next one. I think. If it's going to let me. We'll see. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so did I miss any of the comments? I'm looking. Again, guys, if you're sending me messages and I miss it, just type it again. I'll eventually catch it. And let's see. Hello, Lamar. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in today. Ah, super, super nice. Yes. Please don't forget to do all the things, guys, if you can. If it's not too much trouble, I would really appreciate your support. Like, and all the things. And this is Crafter's Secret. This is from Hobby Lobby. I don't know how old this yarn is, but I love it. Look at all that. Yummy yarns and all the things. Purple. Love it. So how many of you guys, well, I know a lot of you guys have tried it, but how many of you guys tried my challenge for Taco Tuesday? How many of you guys tried crocheting a granny square with your other hand? How did it go? How did it go for you guys? Did you guys have fun with that one? I know for me, it was a challenge. It took me an hour to do that granny square with the other crochet hook. Sugar, you tried it? Oh my goodness. You gave up for now? Listen, I'm not mad at you. It's not easy. It's really, really hard. You couldn't even do a dang stitch. I love it. It's so good. Listen, if anything, it'll give you a good laugh, right? I mean, you're putting the shoe on the other foot. And you're like, wait a minute, this is supposed to be my left shoe, not my right shoe. Sugar's looks good. Oh, I have to check it. I have to see it. I haven't had a chance to look. Well, you know, the important thing, guys, is that you tried. You know, if you tried it and it didn't work out, no harm, no foul. At least you tried it, you know. You finally got the slip stitch today. I love that, Donna. Wait a minute. Oh. I love it. It's so good. I had to think about that. You said all the things. I bet you did, Patsy. It's an experience, right? It's an experience crocheting a granny square with your other hand. It all starts with those chains, right? One stitch at a time, you know? So, how do you hold yarn in the right hand for tension? I hold it like, I don't smoke, but if I did, I hold it like this. And I don't know why, because I crochet with my left. So when I hold my yarn with my left, I hold the yarn like this. But when I do it with my right, I hold it like this. I don't know why, but it's what worked. You really try. Now, Trisha, I have to tell you that I probably would have paid to watch you attempt that granny square with your other. I would have, listen, I would have made some popcorn. I would have brought a 6-pack of sodas. Oh yes, I would have paid to watch that. Because I know just how good you are with your dominant hand. To just see what it was like with your non-dominant hand, that would have been something worth paying to see. For sure. Oh, I love it. So good. Anyway, wait a minute. You recorded yourself doing it? When did you do this? How did I miss it? Was I hate when I miss stuff. I bet you, did you do it during your live? And yes, of course, I had to be the one to miss that part of your live. How far did you get, Trisha? Did you make it? Did you get to the first? Like, I'm curious to know, how far did you get with your square? I'm sorry. I miss all the good things, you know? You got 4 chains. Well, that's 4 chains that you didn't have before you started, right? I don't know if it's one of those things that everybody can do, because you really have to put your shoes literally on the other foot, you know? And I'm going to continue practicing, because it could be a skill that gets developed. When we all began crocheting, we naturally went to our dominant hand, but like, I think it's just good practice to play with the other side, you know? We blamed the challenge on interfering with making boggy blankets. Yes, that part. That part for sure, 100%, right? If I don't hit my quota for this week, I'm literally going to be blaming my taco challenges. Yep. Because right now I'm averaging between 4 and 5 blankets a week with everything else that I'm doing. So if I don't hit my quota, I'm literally blaming the taco challenge. Because this week, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's some really great challenges this week. If anything, that very last one is really good. The, crochet with the other side. I think that's like a really, really good one. So why not? And the great thing about it is that if you don't get it, at least you tried it. That's what matters. You know, you're trying something new. It's fun. It's different. No time for such things. I love it. It's so good. Oh, what is happening here? My goodness. I can still write with the opposite hand if I really need to. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. Like, what happens if, let me knock on wood on this one. But what happens if something happens to my dominant hand where like I can't use it to crochet anymore? Maybe I get really bad carpal tunnel, or maybe, I tear a ligament, or maybe I have a cast on for some odd reason. I'm going to need to crochet with the other hand because I can't not crochet. Like, what is even that? So if I practice crocheting with the other side, if and when I ever need to crochet with it, I'll be able to. It may not look as good, but at least I'll be able to still do it. I don't ever want to be stuck not crocheting because I didn't practice. So that's an addict right there. That's like calling in reinforcements. So is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. And you know what? For this live, I don't have a quota for this. I literally just wanted to come on and hang out with you guys and make these cakes for my blanket. So thank you guys all for coming. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Just know that. And for those of you guys who peppered in after I began, I want to let you know that tomorrow's live is not going to be like one of those show and tell lives. I'm going to have the camera over the table in wide format like this. It's going to be over the table though, and we're going to work on sleeves. Week 3 is the sleeves, and I'm going to show you how to break down the sleeves, and then we're going to start the ribbing at the end of the live. So you'll know what to expect for tomorrow. So I figured, since we're doing that and the camera's going to be over the table, let's do this today. So I love this for us. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming in. Again, I'm literally just making these cakes for my blanket. And yes, these are from me, so I know exactly how I'm knotting it. Yes, no slips, no slips this time. I'm literally knotting it so I can just go, 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 you know? So a lot of you guys have reached out to ask me like, hey, Juan, you know, this is my very first cardigan and I don't want to mess it up. Is there any way that you can like show us like where to put the decreases and how they're supposed to look and all the things? So I will show you all that tomorrow. And the formula will work regardless of the size of your cardigan. Again, this cardigan is literally like a blueprint. And once you get this down, you can alter it the way you want to make it better for you after you finish your first cardigan. So, anywho, let me get this off the cake. Do you guys do this too? When you do a cake and you use it and then you frog, instead of like recaking it, you wrap it around the cake? I do this all the time, and then when I go to use the cake again, I'm saying all the words. I'm literally telling you guys, I say all the words like, why did I do this? Because, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. This isn't ideal. I don't typically like doing this without tension, but it's fine. Now we're inside. Perfect. Okay. We're fine. Every time? Yes. And you know what? This colorway here, I don't know the name of this colorway yet. I'm sure I have a skein of it somewhere. It's gorgeous. I love this. Look at that colorway. Isn't that great? So, so good. Yes, Dawn. And listen, I say all the words. I'm like, why did you do that, Juan? You're so much better than that. You should have just stopped what you were doing, take the few extra minutes and just recake that cake. Just recake it. It's not going to like kill you. In the moment though, it really does send me places. I'm like, you know what? Because I'm frogging, right? So I'm like, I'm mad that whatever I was working on didn't work. I'm like, why did it not work? And I'm thinking all the things that I'm just trying to process in my head, not realizing that I should be caking this up because I'm going to get mad about having to unwind it later. You live and you learn, right? It's fine. Anyway, what are we all working on? Tell me the things. I'm curious to know. You know, I'm a nosy one. I love to know all the things. You say, are you kidding me right now with the few choice words? Yes, yes. That part, for sure. Right? Looks like Mardi Gras colors, right? This purple is just so, so nice. It's a shame it's literally the only one I have in all my stash, this purple. But that's okay because I'm putting it on a blanket for the house, so I'll be able to always look at it. So you're working Nana June's number 2 in burgundy. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Let's see, an anniversary shawl. That's beautiful. Love that. You were working on the square. Very nice. C2C scrap cake. Oh, wow. That's great. You're working the, it's just a hat. Oh, and the PDQ. Very nice. Wow. Hi, Jackie. Welcome in. Hi, Leonie. Welcome in. You're doing your taco scarf. Lots of fun. I can't wait to start mine. I found the yarn that I'm using for my scarf. It's so good. I can't wait. Not working on the left-handed granny. I'm not even mad at you on that one. I'm just glad I was able to get mine done. Listen, I told everybody on TikTok last night, I said, if I don't do this right now, it's not getting done because I procrastinate. I'm like, oh, I'll get it done before next week. I'll get it done. And then it'll be like a few hours away before the live and I'm scrambling. I'm like, Juan, why didn't you do this earlier? So I said, we're doing it now so that I can say it's done. Now there's other projects, they're easy. But this left-handed one, it was a challenge. It was a doozy. Well, for me, it's the right-handed square. So, yeah. Super, super nice. And you know what? Even if I only get one, well, maybe 2 cakes. If I get 2 cakes done on this live, it'll be just the perfect amount of yarn. Because that square that you saw is literally 1 cake. Well, 1 cake and some of another cake. I forgot. I started that last night on TikTok. I started working that up with another yarn. Okay, so let me go ahead and put the next color on. You're gonna kick some, let's see. You played Yarn Chicken twice. Now, okay, for those of you guys who are working the 2-bit granny, right? How many of you guys are repeating colors? Because I haven't done that yet, and I'm wondering if I should, just to like try it out. Hi Jess, welcome in. You're working on your half double crochet blanket for Boggy Creek. I love it. Okay, so a lot of you guys are repeating colors for your 2-bits. Okay. Well, I may try it, but you know what, to keep it interesting, what I may do is I will grab several colors and repeat those several colors. Well, maybe not several, maybe like 3 or 4 colors, and just repeat those, you know? I don't know, we'll see. What's next? Let me try some of this. You're not doing any repeats. I love that. Working on a fall shrug in Karen 1 pound pumpkin pie colorway. That's beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So there, I saw on Poshmark, either Poshmark or one of the sites, someone is selling a discontinued Karen chunky cake in pumpkin pie. And I have to tell you, those shades of orange are absolutely gorgeous. Here's the kicker, okay? The person who's selling them is selling 3 of those chunky cakes for $65 because they are discontinued yarn. Listen, I don't care how old yarn is, you will not catch me pay $65. I will not pay $65 for yarn. Not for that. Not for 3 cakes of Karen chunky cakes. $65. I said, you know, obviously you clearly are taking advantage of those who love discontinued yarn. See, no, it's a ripoff, right? And let's just put this into, you know, terms we all understand. These cakes, when they're on the shelf, cost $12.99. And a lot of times these cakes are on sale, like they are right now. Right now at Michael's, it's buy one, get one half off. So it's 25% off each cake. And so you're looking at maybe $10.40 a cake. You add 3 of those up, that's like $30. You're charging $65 because they're discontinued, and you're making us pay for shipping. It's not even free shipping. No. I had half a mind to send this seller a message and say, what are you doing? Like, do you understand the people who buy yarn? A lot of people who buy yarn on the regular basis are on fixed incomes. Who's paying $65 for those 3 cakes? But I decided not to. I decided to, you know, just keep to myself and not say anything. Just allow, you know, whatever comes to that person will come to that person. I don't want to be involved in it. But I just shook my head and kept it going. I'm like, how dare you charge $65 for 3 cakes? I mean, are you going to like pepper in some other gifts to make it worth $65? I mean, geez, I'm just saying. Anyway. And if I found out anyone I knew paid $65 for 3 cakes, I'd be like, okay. As someone that you know, I'd be like, can you please return that? Let's see. We have a question from Samantha Stewart. Can I make my half double crochet blanket for Boggy Creek so big they will accept it? One. Yeah, just stick with the size requirements, and it's 40 inches by 40 inches. And if you make it into a rectangle, it's 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. Yep. If you make it too big, they'll still take it, but it won't go to the kids. It'll go to the staff. All right. And I think this first cake is done, guys. If I wasn't blabbing at the gums the entire time, just about, I probably would have been a lot further, but that's okay. I'm not keeping time. I'm literally just hanging out. You know what I mean? So good. Okay, so let's take this off. This is a heavy cake. Oh, look at that. Super, super nice. Lots of colors, all the things. And if some of you guys are wondering why my bands are thick, like thicker than normal, because my blanket is of a particular size and I want to make sure that whatever color I have on here will make it all the way around more than one time. So that's why they're thicker than normal. All right, so I need a sip of this wonderful coffee. So good. Okay. Okay. Hello, Darth Mom. Just stopping by. All right. No problem. Thank you so much. And you know what? I don't know about you, but like for the replay warriors, this makes great companionship for like crochet buddy material. So like if you're working on your projects and you just want something to listen to, just put me on. You know, just sit me over in the corner. Turn me on, put me over in the corner and just go and do your thing, you know? That's what I do. I just put it on my phone and I sit the phone to the side and then I just focus on my work, and then whatever I'm listening to, you know, I'll listen to different people's lives and I'm just crocheting away. So how many of you guys are seeing the new hype feature on YouTube? How many of you guys are seeing that? I just noticed it the other day. I don't know what it means, but if you see it and you watch me regularly and you really like all the things, don't be afraid to hit that hype button. I'm just saying. I would really, really appreciate that for whatever it does. You know, hype me up. I don't know what it does, but if you hype me up, apparently it'll get me seen in front of more people. I don't know. Let's see. Jackie says, Juan, I do not like the opposite hand challenge. I do not like green eggs and ham. I love it. It's so good. I don't like green eggs and ham either. No. Maybe red eggs and ham. Yes. You can only hype 3 times a week. Okay, see, I didn't know that. Wow. Who would have known? Did someone ask how big my mug was? I don't like them, Sam. I am. Right. So good. You posted it on the group? Okay, I'll have to check it out. Thank you guys. And by the way, there's a bunch of you guys posting pictures of your squares, you know, the opposites challenge. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. You know, it gives people encouragement to at least try, you know. And as wonky as my other square was, I was still posting it because I know there's a lot of people who are, you know, weary about posting their work looking less than their best. But if you see me doing it, go ahead and do it, you know. Yes, Dr. Seuss. I've been starting to use the hype thing. Yeah, I have to learn what that even is. I don't have any clue. I just saw it there one day and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing. Is that something that we're supposed to be talking about in our videos? Are we trying to promote that or what? I have to look into it. You had to do that for 4 months. Wow. Let's see. I love this colorway. This one right here, it's so good. I'm glad that I'm able to get it on my blanket for the house. Now, see, originally that was going to be a boggy. Now, since that's not a boggy, I have to hurry up and get another one on the hook. Because if I don't, then I'm going to be behind my quota for the week. And I can't have that. The podcast is Friday. And so at the very least, it's got to be a whip, a work in progress. I hope I can get it done, though. We'll see. All right, Dawn. Go back into the bushes. We'll catch you later. Oh, it boosts your channel to spread it out. Okay. Well, thank you for that, Tank. I wasn't sure what it did. So now that I know, I will talk about it. And at least let people know, like, hey, hype it up. Get me out there, you know? Let's see. Hype is on replay comments. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have to figure it out. I have to think of the things. Maybe I just leave it go. And if people hype me up, they hype me up. If they don't, well then, I don't know. It's too new for me to understand it, you know? Let's see. I don't see hype for any channels. I assume it's not a feature yet in Safa. Well, not yet, but I'm sure it'll come soon. I know, like, we just saw it recently. So, you'll be my hype man. I love that for us. Thank you so much, Jess. I appreciate it. But don't forget to do the other channels too. I'm not the only channel you guys watch. Because, listen, I saw a study where 99% of the people who watch YouTube watch more than a handful of channels in a day. So, don't forget to do them as well. And I would also take note to just pay attention to those other channels to see if they say the same thing I just said. You know, give courtesy to the other channels too. Yep, pay attention to the details, guys. Come on. This knot is just all the things. Hold on. There we go. We got it. Hi, Rika. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. So good. All right, what color are we going with next? Maybe purple. This purple offers really great contrast. Let's see, you hype. Oh, thank you so much for hyping me up, Kim. I appreciate that. I wish it tells us. I wish it was able to let us know who hypes us up. You know what I mean? So that we can give, you know, thanks. We can mention these people in our videos and in our live streams to give them recognition for, like, acknowledging the fact that they're trying to hype us up and get us out there. It would be really helpful. I mean, other platforms let us know the things when we go live. Why can't YouTube? I'm just saying. We're 200 dummies. That's so cool. I love it. And I just realized how many people were in here. With me being so far away, I can't really see the numbers like that great. That's a lot of people for a midweek live last minute notice. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hi, Rosie. Welcome in. This is a great colorway. I say it every time I look at it. I love it. It's so good. Oh, you know what? I've been neglecting this colorway here. It's probably because it's got pink in it. Yes, I'm putting pink on the blanket. Don't ask me why, but I am. I have to use it. Otherwise, it's just going to sit here. It's this very, very, like, bland pink. I don't know. It's some kind of Sayel yarn from Walmart. Hi, Margaret. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hi, Adele. Got you on my TV working on a skeleton application. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Hugs to you too. Thank you, thank you. I wish that colorway wasn't so bland, right? I mean, the pink is just a very blah pink. Now, if it were like a bright Barbie pink, then that would be all the things. I'm looking for Barbie pink so I could show you guys, but you guys know what it looks like. Barbie pink, so good. Anyway, for those of you guys who are peppering in, what I'm doing right now is I'm making vintage cakes, not vintage, I'm making variegated cakes for a blanket that I'm working on. So I'm currently on this cake here, and I have solids mixed in with variegated yarn. And I don't mind doing this, but look, every time I hit a solid, I have to remove it from the cake. And it's just extra unnecessary work. So I decided I'm going to make cakes exclusively variegated so that I can just continue working my work. And this is what it looks like. I've shown it, I think, 2 or 3 times so far this live, but it bears worth showing again so you guys understand why I'm making these cakes in particular. So all variegated yarn, and it looks like a granny from afar, but it isn't. It's the offset V-stitch in the round. And I'm using my perfectly squared granny tutorial where I'm flipping every round and I'm doing that special join at the end of the round to just keep it square. And I love it. Originally, it was supposed to be for Boggy Creek. I was going to put red hearts all over it. And I said, you know, no, let's do... Did somebody gift memberships? Oh my God. Thank you so much, Zabby, for gifting memberships. Oh my goodness. We have Crochet by Kirsten. Oh, Crochet by Kirsten got a membership. Wow. I love that. And I'm just so far away. Congrats to all the folks who got gifted memberships. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the club. So, so good. Thank you for those gifted memberships, Zabby. I really do appreciate you. Snowy Cat, what makes, let's see, what makes the winder, what make is the winder? I'm sorry, it's so far away. This is a Stanwood winder, and it comes in two sizes. So this is the larger one, and there is a smaller one. The smaller one does, I believe, 7-ounce cakes. This one does 10 ounces plus. It's a really big one. A typical cake like this is around 350 yards, so I want to say about 300 meters. Yeah, about 300 meters, 315, 20 meters. It goes pretty far. So, yeah. Super, super nice. I wish I could see these comments. Hi, Sky. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're good. Thank you for popping in here, hanging out with us. Let's see. Blatantly Billy, hey Juan, I finally made it to a live and not a replay crew. Yay! I just started the Cardi and your stitch tutorial for the grid stitch. I love it. You're loving that pattern. Thanks as always. Well, thank you so. Oh, the grit stitch. Yes, that's a gorgeous stitch, for sure. That blanket is fabulous. Now I have to find enough variegated yarn, but having problems finding them. Yes, and you know what? Maybe in the near future, I will try like variegated yarn that we currently have in the stores to just play with those yarns and see what it looks like and compare. Because it doesn't really take a long time to make that blanket because it is a V-stitch blanket. So by all stretches of the imagination, I mean, I'm sure you'd be able to find like a few skeins of different colors of variegated yarn and just throw it together, but doing it vintage style is a lot of fun, I must admit. So yes, let's see, you got some new smash cakes, and boy, they are really busy. Yes, they are. I'm looking at mine right now, and you know what? It's not on the hook because it's that busy. It's really, really busy. Oh, talking about new things. So I forgot to mention this before, but I'm going to mention it now. So Leto Workshop out of Ukraine sent me hooks. I showed the package, I believe. I think I've shown the things to my members. So on Sunday with Crochet with JTYA, I'm going to do a feature on that session. Instead of crocheting, I'm going to do a show and tell, and I'm going to show everybody those hooks, like live. And I'm going to crochet different yarns with those hooks and just show you guys all the things. I meant to do that in like a separate video, but yes, we're getting a live show and tell, which I love that for us. So you guys are keeping track of the thummies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Your half double crochet blanket is almost done. Yay. I love that for you, Samantha. Keep going, keep going. You'll get it. Before you know it, you'll be all done. Hi, Victoria. Welcome in. Team PDQ for veterans. Yes. Isn't that such a very fast, fun, easy situation? Like, it's my go-to, like for donation hats and things. And even for myself, when it's cold outside and I don't have like a matching hat for whatever reason. And if I have that yarn, I'll hurry up and crochet like a PDQ hat and be done with it, you know? Thank you so much for the super sticker. Blatantly Billy, I love it. Is that a kitty cat? I love it. So good. So good. I love it. It's all the things. I think I need to put another color on here just to, I guess, wrap this particular cake up. And if you guys are wondering why, like, I'm knotting this is, I want to be able to crochet it in one continuous fashion. And yeah, it's for the house. So I don't need fancy for the house. I need efficient and fast, fun, easy, and all the things. So you have one Leto hook, the plain shorter hook with a flat bottom. I can't stop using it. It's so good, right, Tie-Dye Dawn? Yeah, they have a new line of hooks out. I believe Tie-Dye Dawn has the one. It's called Leto Simple. I have a few that I'm going to showcase on Sunday. Yeah. They reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in showcasing hooks. And I said yes. I did a yarn review of theirs last year, and it had great reception. So I figured, why not do it again? So yeah. And I'm actually going to go check out their site and see if they got any other hooks in the sizes I'm looking for. So yeah. There we go. Oh, that's nice too. All variegated. Hi, Becky, welcome in. And Helly, welcome in. Trying to knit a collar from 1947. The pattern is making a mess of me. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Wow. Okay, so for this last cake, I am literally going to take the last of all the things and make one cake out of it. Because everything is just a little bit. There's not much of any of the things. So maybe I can get one last cake in very quickly. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Something's telling me I may need to pepper in, like, by cutting off. But we'll see. Let's see. You can get a screen magnifier. You sit your phone in the back of it. It makes it bigger. Okay, very nice. Hi Cheryl, welcome in, and happy birthday to Jackie. Thank you so much for being here. I think I need to cut off halfway. It's going to be too thick. That's okay. We're going to make it work. 3 cakes. We're going to do 3 cakes for this live. And that's going to give me plenty to work on for my blanket. I think. You know? I think so. I think so. Question, what type of music do you listen to? So, very good question. So, because I have a background in music, I do like everything. Like classical music, instrumental music, I listen to country music, I listen to alternative rock, I listen to R&B. There aren't too many genres that I don't listen to. Well, okay, there are a few. So I don't listen to heavy metal. I'm not about that. It's just too much for my head. And also certain kinds of rap, like the ones where I can't really understand what they're saying. If I can make out the words, then we're good. But if I can't make out the words, I can't really get into it. So apart from those 2 things, I listen to pretty much anything. Yeah. And I do play my music. So like some of the music that I play on, actually all the music that I play on my TikTok is music I listen to. So for instance, some of the music that I listen to is like Journey. I listen to Journey. I listen to, oh, I just did a slip knot. Let's see, I listen to Beyonce, I listen to Mariah Carey, I listen to Aretha Franklin, I listen to Beethoven, Mozart, I listen to Johnny Cash, I listen to Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, I listen to, who else do I have there? I have so many people. Lionel Richie, Donna Summer. Let me see, who else? Minnie Riperton. Minnie Riperton. Really high pitch tones. Yeah, I listen to all kinds of music. No metal, no rap. Yep, that's me. Like, I try to get into the rap. I really do. I try. But, like, if I can't make the words out, then I just can't get into it. I do listen to Coldplay. I love Coldplay, actually. Yes, I do like Coldplay. Very, very much, actually. Yep. One Republic. I listen to the Eagles. Yes. I listen to... What else do I... You know what I can do? Hold on. Where's my mouse? See, I'm sitting here trying to guess, and my computer's right here, and I can literally tell you what I listen to. So I listen to... Hold on, I'll tell you. This is what's in my album right now. I listen to Maroon 5. I listen to Lady Gaga, Mariah Carey. I listen to Kelly Clarkson. Let's see. I listen to Justin Bieber. I listen to Journey. Deborah Cox. I listen to Hoobastank. Creed. Coldplay. Billie Eilish. Celine Dion. Adele. Beyonce. And Benson Boone, for starters. So those are some of the things that I listen to. So it's pretty eclectic, if you ask me. I listen to a whole bunch of different kinds of music. You know? Yeah, we like choices. And I do have playlists like the 80s, the 90s. I like going back in time. Like, when I get into those moods, like, I want to be able to put on, like, if I'm into like 70s music, I want my entire playlist to be 70s music. I don't like it to bounce around to something recent and then something back in the day. It's got to be a whole vibe, you know? And that's what I like. Like, I like that for us. So, yeah. Let's see. Do two weights make a... I'm not sure if I understand you, Samantha. Do 2 weight make 40 by 40? I don't know. I'm sorry. Do 2 4-weight yarns make a 40 by 40? Eventually. You just have to keep going with your pattern. Hi, Becky. Welcome in. We have an eclectic mix on our computer between me, my husband, and... Oh, yeah. A little bit of everything. Yep. So good. Amy of the Lake. I always said I love your name. Like, I'm one of the house. Or, you know, I am one of the hills. This is Amy from the lake. I'm Juan from the fields. That's Amy from the lake. That's Kim from the river. Oh, it's so good. I love it. One of the house. I'm one of the yarn. Yes, I'm one of the yarn. I need a nap. Oh, I love it. Question. Do you like Sound of Silence by S&G? If so, you should listen to Disturbed's remake. They're heavy metal, which is not my jam, but he does an amazing job. I don't traditionally listen to heavy metal. I do try listening to everything first because sometimes somebody out there may surprise me, you know? So I won't just immediately turn them off without at least giving it a shot, for sure. I used to, but then I came across artists that I absolutely loved. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I need to try it all out first. One of a kind. Oh, I love that, Adele. That's great. Oh, so good. They do a great version of it. So good. Let's see. You coined it over a year ago. The one. Oh, I love it. So good. All right. So where are we going with this? I'm almost finished. I wanted to do just one straight run of each, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. Well, I've been changing, so it hasn't been that way for quite a while, right? So, anywho, once I'm done this cake, I'll wrap up, I promise. I don't like starting something and then ending and then me being left with the things. I'd rather just finish what I start and then we could be done with it. Yeah. Let's come over here. Let's do this. Stay as long as you want. I wish. I wish I could. I have a cardigan to crochet. Actually, 2 of them. I have 2 cardigans I have to crochet. Not excited about it, you know, doing 2 of them and all, but it's okay. I do it to myself all the time. I'm such a glutton for punishment. You would not even believe it. And every time I get to the end of a skein, this is my story right here. This. And we do that. That's what we do right there. That's it. You know what? I haven't touched this in a while. It's a little too late for this, but why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see. Thank you for all. Oh, thank you so much, Yvette. I appreciate that. I gotta see. Someone asked. I did catch the question. I'm just gonna answer it. I know the comment was removed, but I don't know if I have the link. So yeah. If I don't tell them ahead of time, yeah, I'm not gonna see it. So I'll have to check and see. But also too, I mean, you know, Nancy's got a lot of blankets to show. So, oh, you guys want me to stay and crochet with you guys? I love it. So good. What time is it? 7 o'clock? That's not bad. Is my project even in here? Do I have it in here? Where did I put it? I'll have to look. Hold on, guys. It's always at the end of these projects. You know, it's a crapshoot. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. What just happened here? Okay. So I think that wraps up this cake. So I have a question for you guys. How many of you guys want me to stick around for a little while longer? Because if you do, I'll sit around and stick it out with you guys for a little while, you know? I can't be on forever, but I can stick around a little while longer if you want. Yes? Okay. So I'm just going to have to pivot and just make some adjustments here. Hold on. First thing is first. We got to show the cake. How do we feel about this one? Yes? Okay. All right, let me just pivot this around. Okay. And I will grab this. Let me see if I can find my hook. I need a 7mm prim hook. Did I take it into the other room? I'm checking. Give me a moment. Please, please, please. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Hold on. All right. I'm looking. Give me a moment. That's my 6. This is my 8. 6, 8. Where's my 7? That's another 6. Here it is. I was looking for this. My 7mm hook. Good night, Leonie. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. As always, as always. So when Stan and Julie sent me those hooks. I went ahead and purchased 2 of my own. And one of the hooks that I purchased was a 7mm hook, and I'm super excited about it. Yes, I do like those thicker hooks. You can stay on until you get grumpy. I love it. Hello, Kaikon. Welcome in. Again, I don't like you guys listening to me swallow, but I don't have a choice. It's either that or don't drink coffee. So here's my cake. I'll set it right there. I'll assume the position. We're going to do a whipping it with one. Whipping it with one. Hi, Tana. Welcome in. Hi, Rosa. Hello to you. Hello to all of you guys who are coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Maybe I need to scooch up. I'm trying to get to see the comments. Let's see. That would be a sin not to drink coffee, right? You're telling me. I don't know how I'd function. I mean, I only had, like, this is my 2nd cup today. So, for me, that's abnormal. Normally, I would be saying that's my 2nd pot. My 2nd pot of coffee. But this is my 2nd cup. So, yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go back to the drawing board and get this correct. Okay. So the only thing about the crochet situation is I'm going to have to look down at my actual work every now and then, right? Let's see. Making my daughter a cardigan with the tonal hues color, Delilah. Oh, okay. Very nice. You didn't have one this morning. You had, oh, okay. Wow. You drank a whole, wow. I love it. Some days I really do get my coffee fix in, and then I look back and I'm like, I did that. I did drink all that coffee. Yes, I did. Love it. So, but today, for some odd reason, it just was not on the brain. I spent my day doing all the things. I was a very, very busy person today. And the day just got the better part of me. Before I realized it, here we are. And I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't have any coffee since this morning. There we go. So I was in the yarn room, which, by the way, I've been cleaning that yarn room. And, I'm making a dent in there. And all it is just organizing it. It's not that I have too much yarn. It's just that, like, I start organizing, and I don't know if I'm the only person like this, but like when you go to organize yarn, you have to you have to move all the yarn out and then slowly piece it back together. But in the meantime, you have everything out and it's all in the way. That's where I'm at with the yarn room. Like, it's not like I have too much in there. It's just that I can't maneuver around all of the yarn that I pulled out, So I can only imagine if I had to do that with this room, I would not even be able to make it from the door to here if I had to, like, pull everything out. Yeah. So, anyway. I feel like I'm missing the comments sitting back here. Like, you drink coffee 24/7, and, oh, I love it. It's so good. I do drink coffee in the middle of the night, too. Because for me, coffee isn't one of those things that keeps me awake. I know caffeine is like a stimulant, and it does keep a lot of people awake. But for me, it doesn't do that. It doesn't affect me in that way because I drink so much of it. So I just love it because of how it tastes. So, yeah, I love it. Hey, Andrew, thank you so much for the gifted membership, my friend. I really do appreciate that. And congratulations to, let's see, Angela. Congrats, Angela, for the gifted membership that from Andrew. Welcome to the club as an official. I love it. Let's see. Hi, Vanjie. Welcome in. Super happy to have you. You're very, very welcome. You're going to like it. I think you're going to enjoy it very much. We do tons of different things on the channel. So stay tuned. Make sure to read up on all the things, the members only content. You'll see it there. But yeah, this colorway that I'm currently on right now is called Artist Print. And you can buy it on Yarnspirations right now. I don't like the yarn as much as I used to. I made my first sweater with this yarn. I had to run two together because of how thin it is. Oops. But yeah, if they could make this yarn just a little thicker, like a thicker 4, it would be like the bee's knees yarn. It'd be so, so good. Mom is good. She's in the other room resting. She's been resting a lot lately. But yeah, she spends a lot of her time resting. Yep, thank you for asking. I'll let her know that you guys are asking about her. I'm sure she would appreciate that, for sure. When I was a kid, my parents used to drink coffee all day long. Yes. If I could, I would. I don't think, like, I think just times in itself are different, because I remember my mom, she would drink coffee all day long, you know? And now, like, we just have to limit our caffeine intake for all the things, you know? Even her doctor, my doctor, they're like, slow down on the coffee. But they don't realize how good the coffee actually tastes. You know, that's like telling a coffee addict, no water, don't drink any water today. No water for you. Now you want coffee? Yes, I love that for you. Yes, fresh cup of coffee, there's nothing better. See, for me, if the coffee's not fresh, I'll still drink it. Like if it's been in the coffee pot a little longer than it should, I'll pour it into a mug and put it in the microwave. And I'll heat up that coffee. No coffee goes to waste in my house. And you can doctor it up with some cream and just some, you know, whatever your sweetener is. It's so good. So good. And then putting it in this mug here keeps it nice and hot and fresh for a long time, which I love that part for us. So yeah, after the live here, I will go into this squirrel's nest and I will work on my cardigans for tomorrow. I think what I'm going to do is, for the blue one, I'm going to join the panels together, and then I will begin the sleeves and show the decrease. So that way everyone knows like what the next step is. Actually, I think I need to complete an entire sleeve before tomorrow so everyone can see like what the ribbing looks like and like what we're supposed to do. I think that's what we're going to do next. Yep. After the live. So, and a hello to everybody that's here. Thank you so much for popping in here. If you're coming in late, we had coffee and cake with Juan, and then I did my cakes. I think the cakes that I have right now will be more than enough to finish this blanket. That's kind of why I decided to stop anyway. Because if one cake got me this far, 3 additional cakes will get me to the size I'm looking for. So my goal now is to just get through the cakes and see how far it takes me. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. So hello everybody coming in. And this goes without saying, for those of you guys who don't know, Boggy Creek Live is tonight. I don't know whose channel it's on. I don't remember. Something is telling me it's on Nancy's channel. So be sure to check through all the things if you're a Boggy watcher. Yeah. Once I get myself situated, I'll be sitting in the bushes, crocheting and watching. For sure. And one of these weeks, I'll go up on panel and sit with them and visit. I'll pay a visit. Oh, thank you so much, Vanjie. That was super nice of you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Very nice. I appreciate that very, very much. 1, 2, and 3. That makes for great postage for my boggy blankets. Very, very nice. All right, so I think the next colorway is going to be a solid, I think. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. This crocheting left-handed is a mess. Tawny, you got it. Just one stitch at a time. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see what it looks like. So good. It's going to be amazing. And guess what? If it's not perfect, that's okay. It's not your dominant hand. It's not supposed to look good. You know? The point of it is to just try. And I think if you get at least a few chain stitches in there, you put in the effort. And that's all that matters. So, very excited for you for that. Wasn't there an old monster movie with Boggy in its title? I'm sure, Sherry. I think. Yeah. We always regurgitate names. You know? Whatever we hear now has always been from somewhere else, you know? So, anyway, at least that's what I think. You're working the 2-bit granny? I can't wait to get started on that. Like, yeah. Once my cardigan is done, I got to jump on that. At least get it started, you know? So, if I can get that started, I think I'll be able to finish it by Tuesday. Because I think, and if you can correct me if I'm wrong, the directions say you can make it any size you want so long as you have at least the 4 rounds, right? And then 2 color changes. So I think as long as I get at least that done, and then of course I can work on it afterwards. I can pick it up and make it into a boggy or something. But for the challenge to get it completed, I think it's just those 8 rounds. I think. I have to reread it just to be sure. You know, we always want to be able to do all the things, but if time is of the essence, we do exactly what the challenge tells us to do, and then we go back and do more after the fact. The Legend of Boggy Creek. There it is. Very, very nice. And I do have to tell you guys, if you don't already know this, if I'm missing some of your comments, it's literally because I'm way back here. Now, I guess to you guys watching me, it doesn't seem like I'm that far away, but I'm like 6.5 feet away from the camera. It's perception because I have myself zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, I'm zoomed in. So if I had it at 0.0, I'd be a lot further, if that makes any sense. I always have myself zoomed in when I do this. So, yeah. So I have to squint a little bit to see that computer screen. Can you imagine reading a computer screen from 6.5 feet away? Like I have it blown up a little bit, like it's enlarged, but it's still far away. Let me see. Oh, well, thank you, Lamar. I appreciate that. Oh, can I show the blanket? Absolutely. Yes. You're going to like it. There it is. This here is my offset V-stitch in the round using all variegated yarn. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm using my perfectly squared granny square tutorial pattern where I'm doing that join in the corner over here or over here, one of these corners, and then I turn every round. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Sounded like the commercial. I'm loving it. It reminds me of a mosaic picture painting. Yes, I love it. So good. And you know what? What's more is I'm using a 7mm crochet hook. So yes. Is there a tutorial for this blanket? There is a tutorial for this V-stitch in the round. Yes, for left and right-handed crocheters on the channel. Yep. And Yvette literally just mentioned that. I apologize, Yvette. I didn't see your comment, but thank you for mentioning it. So, so good. It's all the things. I love it. You know, it would be really nice to be able to like start a blanket, get it done, and it be of a substantial size and be like, look at what I did. Like, this is huge, right? But I'm on this Boggy Creek blanket kick. So, like, 40 inches by 40 inches, that's like my go to size right now. But this is helping me break myself of that. So, like, I need to make sure that this is going to go further than 40 by 40, which I think we're getting close to it. We're getting close to 40 inches by 40 inches with this. So, I love that. Why can't I find 7mm crochet hooks? Because only certain labels carry them. So Prim, you'll find the 7mm with Prim. The Prim company is across the pond. It's in Europe. And they use the metric system instead of the letters. So you will find that they don't have a 6.5 letter K. They have a 7. And so to them, the letter K hook to us is the 7 and not a 6.5. So this is slightly larger than a K hook, but only certain brands carry the 7mm hook. And you will only, like, not only, but you will find that most European and metric following countries go with this. So Penny Green asks, how's my Wilma going? She's doing good, all things considered. I mean, she's still adjusting to the fact that she can't see. She goes through moments where she's in great spirits, but then she'll go from one extreme to the other because she can't find something. She can't see anything. She sees shadows. So color is gone, clarity is gone, everything is a shadow. So if she doesn't use her memory on where things are, and if she can't feel for it, she just goes, yeah, she gets very upset. So, but all things considered, Mother is in good spirits. Yes. I mean, yeah, because I can only imagine how I would be if I were in her shoes. I don't think I would be handling it with as much grace as she is. I have to tell you, my mother to me is very, very inspiring given the moment that she's living right now. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to handle myself like that, but the fact that she's handling herself with such dignity and class is inspiring. And I absolutely love that for her, but I also feel like it's one heck of a hand of cards to be dealt. You know, to be deaf, to be mute, and blind. And it's very sad. But she's doing the best she can with all things considered. So, thanks for asking. Yeah. And again, for those of you guys who didn't hear me earlier, I will let her know that you guys are asking about her. Because I try to tell her that you guys ask about her, but then, you know, there are some words in sign language that she's still trying to learn how to feel the words, you know. So I have to sign inside of her hand so she can feel the sign, and she's not picking up on all the sign language. So yeah, she's doing really good, all things considered. Hello, Lorraine. Welcome in. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. I just, yes, she is very inspiring. But I will tell you that when I go in there to check on her, I get her drinks, I refill her liquids and all the things. I bring her hands to where all of her things are so she knows where they're at. But then when I'm in there, you know what I do? I actually grab the angels that you guys have given her and I put them on her table. She's got, you know, the little table that sits on the walker. And I put some of her angels on the table there so she can sit there and feel the angels. She can't watch TV. She can't watch her phone. She's literally sitting there like this. There's nothing for her to do. She can't see. So what I do, like I said, I grab all the angels that you guys have gotten her and I bring them to her table and she'll sit there and she'll feel them and, you know, she'll put this one down. She'll pick up the next one. She'll touch that one, you know. Her little plushies, she'll feel on those. So, and the nurses are working with her. They are giving her activities. They're giving her things to work on to keep her busy. So, She gets bored of those things very quickly. She is my mother. You know, she will get very bored of it very quickly. She'll be like, I don't know what they thought I was going to do with that. Psh, she'll do one of those. You have a great insight for your mama. Yeah, I mean, you have to. I've been her caretaker for a very long time. And so I think that if I weren't her caretaker for as long as I have been, I'd be distraught right now. But I've been doing it for a very long time. I've been taking care of her since 2000, like full-time caretaker, all the things, since 2014 or 15, 2015. And partial caretaker since '06. So, yeah, a long time. Come on. All right, so here we are. That is coming off. Very, very nice. You have a 7mm metal inline hook and a 6mm metal inline hook, but no 6.5. See, that's probably UK, not UK, but metrics. Over here is like 6.5, 4.5, number 7. Go figure. We literally have a 4.5mm number 7 hook. That's what it's called, a number 7 hook. Go figure. Can she read Braille? No, she was never taught. She just went blind like a month ago. Yep. Is there a way to set her up so she can feel the rhythm of music? Yes, she can feel, like when I play my violin, she can feel the violin. Like she knows that it's music, but she doesn't know what those notes sound like. You know, she just knows that it's music. When she listens to the beat, well, not listens, but when she feels the beat, she just feels the tapping. You know, she just knows that that tapping is music, but like she has no idea what that even sounds like, you know? So, yeah. That's why as a kid, fun fact, I didn't get a TV. Well, we didn't have a TV when we were kids. There was no use. You know, my mom had no purpose for it until the school told her that it would be really helpful if you got a television because there's this thing called PBS, Channel 12, where we're at. And it had Sesame Street. It had all of those shows that helped us with our letters and our numbers and all the things. And so she and my father went and got a floor model console television, and us kids would all sit around it and watch PBS. And we love it. Well, we loved it. I watched Sesame Street. I watched, what was that? Gumbo? I forget. Gumby. Remember Gumby? And Sesame Street and all those things from the 80s. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, yes. And then there was the little figurine that had pennies for eyes. Remember Penny? Pennies for eyes and with the pigtails. Yep, I remember that. All the things. But yeah, I wouldn't have had that had the school not suggested it to my mom or my dad, you know? So good. Yes, Reading Rainbow. Yep, I remember Reading Rainbow. But I think at that point when Reading Rainbow started like coming out, I was already off of the PBS channel. I would only watch TV like on Saturday mornings for the cartoons. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all the little loony, and in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. Oh, I remember. I can't believe I remember that. Wow. I did like my cartoons. Tiny Toon Adventures. Oh, Tiny Toons, yes. Oh my goodness, look at this colorway. Isn't that great? You watched Penny on Pee-wee's Playhouse? Yes. Yep. I remember those shows. So good. So good. You remember Chippendales? Yes. Chippendales, DuckTales. Was it Chippendales, Alvin and the Chipmunks? Yeah, all of those cartoons I remember from the 80s and early 90s, right? I remember watching Fat Albert. That was a regular show. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Yep. All of those shows I would have missed had I not gotten a television. Darkwing Duck. Yep, that came after, I believe, right? First was DuckTales and then Darkwing shortly after. Still vintage nonetheless, right? Let's see. Mr. Dress Up here in Canada. Love it. So good. Wow. What a live, guys. I cannot believe that, like, I went... Sorry about that. Sorry. I froze for a second. I'm on my phone and someone tried calling. I forgot to silence it. Yes, Chippendales. Yep. It's a Gem. Yes, Gem and the Holograms. Yep. And He-Man. Smurfs. Oh my goodness. How did we forget the Smurfs? I used to watch the Smurfs all the time. Smurfette, Papa Smurf, the Care Bears. Oh my goodness. Who remembers the Care Bears? Oh my goodness gracious. The Jetsons, the Transformers, Scooby-Doo. How did we forget Scooby-Doo? Oh my goodness. Tom and Jerry. Yeah, we had all the cartoons back then. It was so good. Do they still play those cartoons on the channel? Like there has to be like a channel where all these older cartoons are played. Power Rangers. Oh my goodness. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, that's the early to mid 90s. She-Ra and He-Man, yes. I used to get their coloring books. Remember? Like, you weren't cool unless you had the coloring books of the cartoons you watched. Yep, I remember that. And then the crayon box had to have the pencil sharpener in the back. You had to have all the things, you know? You used to get your coloring book. You used to color while you watched the cartoon. Yep, I remember. You had to have it for your Saturday morning cartoons. You know, you'd have your little stack of like coloring books and like, so good. Vintage cartoon shows would be a great Taco Tuesday theme. Becky, actually, you know what? Don't remind me. I'm going to put it right here. These little cards come in handy, I'm telling you. And then my cup of pens. I never run out because I find them all peppered around and then I put them all back. So vintage cartoon. We can use colors from our favorite vintage cartoon or, yeah, I love that. So good. So if I were to pick the Jetsons, I would have to like find the cartoon and look at the colors, which were like gray and then maybe orange for Judy Jetson's hair. I don't know. So good. Doctor Who, yes. YouTube has some cartoons. Well, that's great. We can go right to YouTube and just type it in there so we can immediately see like what the color themes were for that particular cartoon. So good. Cartoon Network. Love it. Flintstones, a true classic. You're right, because I remember the Flintstones would have those little spots in their cartoons that lets you know that that cartoon is old, from like the late 60s, early 70s. Mm-hmm. So good. You've never seen a Doctor Who episode. Oh my. That's okay. We have YouTube. It's on here somewhere, I'm sure. Somebody from somewhere posted it. It's got to be there for sure somewhere. 100%. I promise. Eat a bowl of cereal on a Saturday morning on the floor, right? I don't know about you. I'm sure everybody did this differently. But me and my sisters, yes, I have a lot of them. Me and my sisters would lay on the floor in front of the console television with our bowls of cereal in a line, and we would all watch our cartoons. And then after we finished our breakfast, my mom would pass out the coloring books, and we would have to share the crayons out of the crayon box, and we would fight at who got what color. And we would have to share the pencil sharpener, and we would get mad because, this one sister was hogging the pencil sharpener, would never give it back. Yep, I remember. Those were the days. But I'll never forget those days. It was, yeah. Cereal fight, yes. And then it was a crayon fight. And when you got mad at your sister, you would break their favorite color. I'd always break the pink. Always break the pink. Yes. Because they would fight over the pinks. My sisters would all fight over pink. And I would just take the pink and break it, and they would all cry. And when my mom came at me, I'd be like, Ma, I broke it in half because I wanted the both of them to have a piece of the pink so they would stop fighting. That's not really the reason, though. I broke the pink because I didn't want either one of them to have it. But I spun it around and made it make sense for my mom. So she was happy with it. How many sisters do I have? So I have 10 sisters. I'm number 7 of 11. So, yes. I have 4 younger sisters. Yep. 7 of 11. I have 10 sisters. Yes, I have a very big family. And my sisters, not all of them, but most of them have children. And I have 21 cousins. I have lots of nieces and nephews. It's just a ridiculously large family. Unnecessarily so. I mean, having a large family is fine. I have no qualms about that, but sometimes there is a thing called too large. There's just too much of all the things, but I'm used to it. Growing up, we got, we had to have those meals where it went a long way, right? So it had to feed a lot of people. So a big spaghetti pot, got used to that. Big spaghetti pot with lots of spaghetti noodles and lots of spaghetti sauce and a loaf of bread and yes, everything had to stretch. You get the large jar of peanut butter, the large jar of jelly, and everyone got a sandwich and just make it and move it down. It was like an assembly line, right? So Julia, you know exactly what it's like. And then growing up where you had to share a bathroom with a bunch of girls and you never got your fair share of time in the bathroom because everyone had to get in there. So I just felt like I got half the time that my sisters got because, they were always fighting to get into the bathroom. I do have some aversions to life choices because of having lived with so many females in the house at one time. I mean, imagine having 10 sisters, being the only son, right? And having to share bathrooms with sisters your entire time growing up. It's a lot. It's an adjustment for sure. This color is so loud. Look at how loud that color is. It's a choice, but it's fine. It's a choice. You was an only child for 10 years. Wow. half a second at a time. It was like, I want to say, I had to get in and get out. It was the thing. Like as soon as I got in to take my shower, just as the water started to get nice and warm, somebody was knocking. You done yet? You done yet? I have to go. I just got in the shower. The water just got warm, and all of a sudden I got to get out. Oh, so good. You just got to Seattle. Well, hi. So glad you made it. You made your siblings wait, not me. They would kick the door and kick the door. Like I would lock the door, they would kick the bottom of the door. And, my mom couldn't hear it. So, they would yell and scream and hoop and holler. And, my mom couldn't hear it. So my mom was never telling us to be quiet. So I was tired of hearing their noise. There was times I wish I couldn't hear them, especially when they fought over clothes. Oh my goodness. What is it with sisters fighting over the same outfit? I'll never understand that. Just let her wear the outfit. You don't have to wear the outfit the same time your sister wears the outfit. It doesn't matter. It's going to go in the wash. It's going to go in the dryer. And then it's going to be folded up, put back in your drawer. And then you can wear it next time. You don't have to wear it the same time your sister wears it. I can't tell you how many times my sisters would fight over that. I'm like, relax. It's just clothes. Oh, but to them it wasn't. It was so much more than just clothes. It was a statement. It was a mood. It was a moment. My sisters would fight over the dumbest things. They would fight over using a brush, or, as they got older, it was the curling iron. So I lived in the era, and I know a lot because of sisters, right? I lived in the era in the late 80s, early 90s, where hairspray was all over the place, and curling irons were a thing, and the crimpers, the hair crimpers. And so my sisters would take their bangs, divide it in half. The bottom half of the bangs would be curled under. The top half of the bangs would be curled back. And then they would take the brush and fluff it. And it would be this huge puffy fluff ball up here. Huge fluffy puff ball. And then they would hairspray it. And then they would get the crimper and crimp all of their hair. So instead of having straight hair, it was all crimped and it looked like they had their hand in an electric socket. And it was the style. And then they would get like a headband and tie a big old bow right behind that big puff ball, right off to the side. And that's exactly how they wore their hair. And I had a lot of sisters that wore their hair like that. And I'd listen to them fight over who used up all the Aquanet, or who didn't clean off the crimper, because the crimper had residue from all the hairspray. Because when you used the crimper back then, you'd have to hairspray the hair first and then use the crimper to really hold and lock in that hair, Yeah. So you only know that from having sisters, and lots of them. So I just sit there and watch in disbelief at them fighting over the dumbest things. Like, get over yourself. It's just hairspray. But to them, it was much more. It was a moment. They wanted to look like Debbie Gibson, I think her name was, or Debbie Harry. No, something Gibson. I don't know. Insane. When they hear you telling all of their business, they're going to be in trouble. Well, yeah, that's fine. We're so far removed. It's fine. They probably don't remember. But see, like I said, I'm 7 of 11. I only have 4 younger sisters. So, it's fine. The 6 older sisters probably don't even pay me any mind when I talk about it. So, it's fine. You ironed your hair all the time, had to be straight. Oh my. And then before the hair crimping, it was looking like, I forget her name, Farrah Fawcett, I think her name was. and the wings. It was all about the wings on either side. The further out those wings were, the more cooler you were, and it had to be feathered out. You had that big puff ball up at the top, and then you had your hair out here. It was high and out, and it had to be huge, like a helmet, and you had the hairspray it, and it could not move. I laughed at that all the time because they would fight that their hair wasn't out far enough, that they had to really get it out there. I'm like, does it really matter? I mean, seriously, it's just hair. They're like, no, Juan, you don't understand, go away. You're right, I don't understand, and I don't want to understand. I don't want to understand it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you fussing over these things that you can't control because your hair is heavy? You have heavy hair, so it's not going to be this far out. You want it as wide as your head. It's not going to happen. You feel targeted somehow? I'm sorry. But apparently it was the thing. They all wanted to be this Farrah Fawcett. They wanted all the feathers and they wanted all the things. And I'm like, it's not going to happen. You don't have enough Aquanet. You're just not doing it. And they would hate it. They would hate when I say that. And I would be so nonchalant and very casual about it. Like I'd pop my head in the bathroom. I'd be like, it's not going to work. And I'll walk away. And they'd be like, get away. They would scream. Oh, they wasted so much money on Aquanet. But that's the era that we lived in. It was the things. Yeah, I mean, and then the other thing too is like whenever we squabbled, my mother would always make us work it out. She would never get into the middle of it. She'd be like, you guys need to figure that out. And she would just walk away. And it's not like she can hear any of the squabbling. She hears nothing. She's deaf. So all she has to do really is close her eyes. That's it. Out of sight, out of mind. My mom cannot hear anything. Now she can't see anything. All she did was close her eyes. She'd be like, go figure it out. And she'll close her eyes like this. Are you guys done? No? All right. And that's how she did it. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome in. So we had to figure out our own issues. Yeah, so many memories. Many, many memories. Absolutely. In the 1960s, straight hair was in. Was it? Wow. Knew one girl with curly hair that slept with wet hair wrapped around a coffee can. Wow. The things people will do. Hi, Beth. Welcome in. The things people will do for fashion. Used Aquanet as a workable fixative for art projects. Couldn't be bothered to do the hair, right? Aquanet has multiple purposes. It could be like effects for a movie if you're trying to do like dragon fire. You know what I mean? Light the match, and it would, I've never tried it, but yeah, I've seen it in movies. All right. So for those of you guys that are going to Boggy Creek, you guys have a wonderful time. I'm actually going to wrap up myself in a few moments. I just want to get to the corner. I don't like stopping in the middle of a row. So I'm going to get to here and then I'm going to call it. All right. You guys have been so amazing. Thank you. You guys were just what I needed for today. I had such a great time hanging out with you guys. So just so that you guys know, tomorrow's live is literally going to be just for the make-along. So the camera will be facing the table and I will be crocheting with the people working on the mail tomorrow. So yeah, it may be an extended live. I want to make sure that everyone participating has their questions answered and all the things. So it's not a social visit like this. It's a social visit for the mail. Okay. Just putting that out there just so that you guys know. All right. Come on, Juan, get to the corner. You can do it. You can do it with this loud color. All neons in the middle of a very muted blanket. All right. So, oh yeah, I'm at the end of the round. Like literally at the end of the round. I love it. Bunny ear. So this is where I'm at, everyone. It's growing. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. For those of you guys going over to Boggy Creek, have a wonderful time looking at all the wonderful blankets. You all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one, okay? Bye.